This is really the fighter and the kid.
Come on, baby. Now this is why I see. Brennan and I have known each other for a long time, everybody. I mean, we know each other. And you know what I know? I can see just by the way your nostrils flare and the vein in your neck. You start talking about somebody that might have done you wrong back in the day, whatever it is, and it'll fester like a wound, like a raisin in the sun. And I'm the same way. I start into it, and then I start going, I got more shit on that.
Oh, yeah. Let me bring some attention.
And then then you start getting hot. Hot. You know what I do when I do that?
Jack off?
I step out.
Oh, not me.
That'd be a good idea.
I yank it hard.
You can yank it hard sometimes.
I beat them up.
You can yank it hard.
Beat them up.
Or I step outside myself and I just feel the heat. And I go, that's all that's going on. I'm just a little heated.
Oh, not me. I full blown like I'm Michael Jackson's dad. Yeah, I beat the shit out of him. Now, here's the thing. Here's the thing also we should know about you. You will build a case in your head, and you're right, and it's a heavy case. And you got this, you got him against the wall. You could do whatever you wanted. You could destroy him financially or whatever. And then you know what you end up doing? Nothing.
Nothing.
No,
because it's just too much
energy. And I'm like, you probably didn't mean to do it.
That's the problem with me too. I end up doing nothing. Because
at the end of the day, I'm like, I really don't care.
I don't care.
I'm like, yeah, you got me.
What'd you get? Yeah, you get me?
Yeah. All right.
All right.
I'm not going to get any of it back.
Whatever. I got. I remember I had a stockbroker back in the day before I knew anything. My grandfather left me a little money. And I was like, I don't know.
The one that owned the spaghetti factory?
Left me a little money.
I still have questions about that.
And this fucking guy, I let this fucking guy, he just was assigned my account. Because my stockbroker that my grandfather used died or retired. So there's this dude at Merrill Lynch, and he would call me up and be like, and then he has me come to New York, and he goes, I need you to sign over the fact that you allow me to trade on your behalf. What I didn't realize is he gets a commission all the time because I'm a fucking idiot.
It's basically like power of attorney.
There are some parts of my brain that literally are still playing with crayons. Do we think
95% or?
Well, that's not a bad. You know, certain things, comedy, I got it. But other things, now I've been Daddy educated himself on finances. I know a lot more now, a lot more, because I just read some books. Now, if I get into it,
you're still young. It's still a good time to get after it.
Still young.
It's a good time to go over your books.
It's a good time to go over your books now when I'm still young.
Still young because you got a lot of living to do, a lot of money to make.
Yeah, could have saved a lot more. Could have done a lot more. Could have been a lot more. But nah, you got to spend it and live hard, right? It is what it is.
It comes with the territory. What we do. Wild horses, man.
Wild
horses. That's us, dude.
You make mistakes. Don't look back. Keep looking forward.
Yeah, just keep going. Don't dwell on them.
We don't use the fucking rear view mirror, huh, Brennan? We always
as Jelly Roll says, there's a reason why the front mirror in front of you is wider. The windshield is bigger than the rear.
Yep. But now the stockbroker
stole your money.
He took all my money, and I ended up with no money
because
he kept. Yeah, that was good. So that's what happens. You're a fucking idiot, Brian.
Yeah,
but you know what? That's on me, and I'm fine.
You'll be all right.
And I'm fine.
I feel like most people are like this. Like, remember Chin on Monday? I was telling you about that SteveWillDoIt guy who went really bad on me. He was like defending Dana. And I went dark a little bit how I can kill people, which was out of character for me. And I apologize. Me and him connected. We talked.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because him and Bradley are super close. And Bradley texted me. He was like, yo, I'm going to connect you with Steve.
And when you talk to him, I'm sure he's a great guy and you guys get along. And
he was like, oh, dude, I watch your podcast. Like, fuck, you're actually a good guy. He's like, I was drunk, man. He's like, I was just firing off at the mouth.
I love it.
He was, I'm sorry, man. He was like, I didn't mean it.
Good for him. That's a man.
And I told him, I said, I get it, dude. Yeah. It's all good. We're more similar than we are,
Of course. Good for him.
Yeah, it was great.
You know who I like a lot? Luke Thomas, but I don't know him. But he's
the best.
Such a smart guy. Yeah. Such a good guy.
The best. What made you say that?
I saw a clip of him breaking down a fight, and I was just like,
best in the game.
Fucking great, man. He's always on point.
Best in the game.
Yeah, he knows his shit. Did he fight?
No.
Did he play football?
No.
He's a big man.
He's a Marine.
He's a Marine, yeah.
Marine,
there you go.
He did jiu-jitsu, and then...
Yep. And a Marine.
Luke was... Man, when I first got into MMA, I mean, my first, big fight in Virginia... at George Mason University, he was the commentator.
Oh.
And he interviewed me before the fight. So I met him. I've known Luke for a hot second. And then when
Showtime was like trying to get bigger in the MMA space. Luke, I had something with Sirius, but I know he was leaving them or he was leaving for something else. And then I like told Showtime, like, you got to get Luke, you got to work with Luke. Like, he's the best in the game.
Yeah.
And then he left recently, him and his partner, Bryan Campbell, the Morning Combat, which is a great show. Because Showtime shut down, right? All their MMA and sports. So they were a little bit homeless, and then they've just relaunched. But then Luke has that, which is a great show. But then Luke has all his own stuff.
Yeah.
Like the Luke Thomas YouTube.
That's
where this morning he interviewed Dan Hardy. He had Max Holloway's coach on there.
Dan Hardy's another smart guy.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
But as like there's like two guys in the space, like legit guys that you'd want to like listen to who have like a lot of credit, and it's Ariel and Luke Thomas.
Yeah. Yeah, Ariel's a really good
probably the best. Yeah, Ariel's the best we got.
Yeah.
Ariel's are, Jim Lampley or,
Yeah, very good.
And then Luke's, I mean, best there is. Smart guy.
Good guys.
Yeah, really good. And then, him and Luke and Ariel can't be at the UFCs.
Why?
They don't give them credentials.
They don't let Luke or Ariel come. Dana's mad at them?
Somebody is there, especially, Ariel, the Dana thing with Ariel, I don't think he'll ever get in, but
really?
With Luke, it's weird because, like Dana's diss track where he had me and Ariel and Bryan Campbell, Luke talks, like we do, like I do,
Well, he's probably just honest and calls it like
that's what we are. Yeah. And then they view us as the enemy, which is whatever, it's fun. I have zero issues with it. It's fun. To me, it's fun. It's whatever. I love the UFC and Dana, but they always leave, they don't even include Luke in that stuff. They're so mad at him. Wow. It seems like.
Wow.
Like they're not mad enough with me to not include me.
Right.
In that.
That's surprising. And it's surprising that he hasn't mended fences with Ariel because.
Who? Oh, Dana.
Yeah, because Ariel would be great to interview the fighters. He asks those questions.
I mean, he doesn't need them. He still does his thing. I think it's actually a good thing because.
You need separate so you have objectives.
Like I said on Schaub's show, like you label guys who aren't paid from ESPN and Dana and the UFC thumb, we're labeled as the bad guys. You need the bad guys because otherwise,
you need somebody
because otherwise you're Fox, CNN, where there's a agenda.
Yes,
but guys like I'll put myself as far as guys like on our own. I'm with them. I'm not a journalist like them in any facet.
Well, if you're a journalist for the UFC, it's very true that if you were say Dana did something that you didn't like or you didn't agree with, or and if you said that, you would be ostracized, right? So you need,
it literally won't even hit the air. They'll shut it down.
Yeah, you need people who are on the outside. You have to.
Yeah. That's why Ariel's fighting the good fight. Luke's fighting the good fight. It's a tough road. Yeah, it's tough.
Yeah, but
trust me.
If you want to be a journalist, that's what you have to be.
Well, it depends what kind of journalist you want to be. It depends what kind of journalist you want to be.
Well,
if you don't want to be a company man.
Tucker Carlson was talking about being a journalist is a hard job because you live in a vending machine and you're at the White House all the time and you're just sitting there and you're treated like shit. And I didn't like the way he talked about journalists because you need journalists, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
not a glamorous
lifestyle. It works out for everybody. I think it depends. Maybe for Tucker, but for the other stuff, it's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's just a shame because they would give so much credibility to the UFC. Like you have your Ninas and all the other stuff they're doing, which is fun, and Nina's super talented and great. You have that lane.
Yeah.
But then if you had Ariel and Luke like working for the UFC, who wouldn't want to listen to those guys? Like they're brilliant, man.
Right.
So instead the UFC is like, nope, get rid of them, insert whoever.
Weird.
I know. They just don't. It would do them so much kind of justice. It'd bring so much credibility to the UFC if they just let those guys in.
Yep.
Not me. I'm not putting myself in that category. There's a lot of guys that do what I do, but as far as Luke and Ariel, there's only two.
Yeah.
And they're not allowed in the UFC. It's a real shame.
But they have their own following, and it's a big one. So
yeah, but still, if you're not in the UFC, it's really tough. It'd be like covering the NFL. Like you're a big NFL guy, and you're not allowed to cover it. Be a problem.
Yeah.
It's hard to make a living because you literally can't make a living off any other organization in America.
Yeah, in America at least, for sure.
You got to cover the big dog.
Why? I've always wondered why Formula One, like speaking of some sports that hit it in America, why is Indy bigger than Formula One?
No, Formula One, not anymore.
Oh, really?
You know what Formula One did? What? They took a page out of basically fighting because remember, like how HBO had like the countdown, or UFC had the countdown, where you'd watch it. And I remember watching HBO or Showtime when they had the countdown, or whatever it was leading up to the fight. And it would give the backstory of some poor Mexican fighter. And like, well, he's my favorite fighter now. You've never heard of him. Be like, oh, I'm in. They show something. His cars I could relate to, or his family, or his kids, and his upbringing. You're like, oh, I know the story. I can relate to it. That's my guy. Formula One did that series on Netflix.
Yes,
where you got to, of course you did. You got to learn about the characters like my boy Danny Ricciardo and Lewis Hamilton and Max, and you got to learn about the actual characters in the sport. And then you watch the sport, you're like, oh, it's pretty. I have a reason to care now.
Yes.
So that did more for Formula One in the United States. It's massive.
Oh,
it's so big.
Massive.
But as far as America goes, I would give the credit to Netflix.
So if you want to know how big Formula One is, Chin, bring up Alain Senna.
Oh my gosh, Alain Senna.
LAIANSENNE. One of the SENNA.
Wait, what are you trying to bring up, E?
His funeral. Take a look at how many people showed
Senna,
up.
Senna? So, just type in Senna. You don't need his first name, but Senna, McLaren did a tribute to him. There's a Senna McLaren.
Look at how many people in Brazil alone showed up for his funeral. It's fucking. This is where you realize how popular he was.
I'm a huge Formula One nut.
Oh, you are?
Huge.
Really?
I follow it. Like, I'm up for the races.
You don't know anybody bigger than my brother.
Really?
Really?
He'll wake up middle of the night and watch the pre-trials. Like, he's wild.
I know who's on pole.
Yeah. He goes to it. He went to the one in Mexico, went to the one in Austin.
Oh, that's the dream.
Him and his wife go to all, they follow it super
Look at all the people. Look at all that. Look at all the people coming out. They're lined up for miles for Senna. That's how big of a star he was in that. And that's what.
I think that was in the 90s?
Yeah.
It's not Ayrton?
Ayrton Senna. He was Brazilian.
Yeah,
he's the greatest of all time in a lot of ways. One of the best ever. And
what's wild is you think like the NBA is hard to make, NFL's hard to make.
There's only 20 drivers.
I think there's 20 or 25, right?
20 drivers in the world with startings.
So there's 20 drivers in all the world, and then there's like other co-drivers but as far as like being a starter, there's 20 in the world. And then this little kid came with Lewis Hamilton, and he goes, "Hey, Lewis, do you have any advice?" And Lewis wasn't being a dick; he was super not friendly to him. He goes, "Hey, man, do you have any advice? I want to get started in racing." He goes, "How old are you?" And the kid, I think, says like 9. He goes,
"Too old."
Too old.
What?
They start at 3.
They start at 3 or 4.
So Lewis Hamilton also. You ever see that clip of Taron Butler, who has Taron Tactical, talking about him? So Taron Butler was the best 3-gun shooter in the world for 15 years, competition shooter. That's a big deal. Like, he's the best ever.
Yeah, Lewis can shoot.
He said that Lewis Hamilton's eye-hand coordination, his reaction time, he said the first time he shot, he was shooting like a master shooter. He said he'd never seen him like, he was as good as anybody competing. And that's insane. You watch him. This is the first time he's ever shot. I played this before probably, but it's watch.
We can't play it. Oh, no, he's good at shooting. But the thing about Lewis Hamilton is that
he's not good at shooting. What he was able to do is great. They've never seen before. He's never in 30 years of teaching.
But think about his job.
Yeah,
it's all hand-eye coordination, and he's the best ever.
Yes, he's the best ever.
So of course,
so it's a whole different thing.
Yeah, and he's currently in 9th.
Yeah, Max is number 1.
Mercedes just hasn't given him a car for the past few years, and that's why he's going to Ferrari.
Yeah, it's all about the engines.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Red Bull's been on top, and it's Max and Checo, but now Lewis is going to Ferrari. It's a huge deal.
No, you follow this shit.
So deep.
Why?
I love it.
Really?
Yeah. It's
you
like
love
classy racing.
Let's take a little break. Brennan. Now, there hasn't been a day since we've been talking about True Classic where I don't have something of True Classic on my body.
You're always wearing
T-shirt,
it, dude.
Underwear, sweater, sweatshirt, jeans.
I wear the matching crew neck sweater and sweats to the gym every day.
And why? Why?
Because I look cute.
Because you look cute. Because
I look
fits
cute.
Well, and it keeps its, form and quality. No matter
yeah, because it's good quality. You can wash it, work out in it, sweat in it, stays looking fresh.
Yep.
They got obviously the best shirts in the world. We've used them for years. They have a variety pack for you guys. They just dropped their new spring colors. You can get a variety pack of 3, and they're designed to make sure you look best in all the features from your arms, your chest, just the right amount of room in your tummy section.
That's right. And by the way, you got 10 fresh spring colors coming in. Classic crew neck, V-neck, polo styles. Check it out. I'm telling you right now, they solve a huge, huge part of your clothing problem. Comfortable, look good in every aspect.
And it's also premium clothing, like legit clothing at a super affordable price.
It's really good quality. It's as good quality as you get. It really is. That's a fact. It's you don't find better quality. I don't care where you go.
No, I've had their shirts forever. Yeah. And I wear them. I mean, I don't need new ones.
They just hold their form.
So if you're ready to step your game up, you can go to trueclassic.com/fighter. You save up to 25% off your first order. That's on joggers, button-ups, hoodies, crew necks, jeans, everything. The variety pack, you can save up to 25% off your first order. All you got to do is go to trueclassic.com/fighter and save up to 25% off.
I need to talk about dick game and how you keep your dick diamond hard.
Oh, dude, I got an idea. Go to the gas station, get the Rhino 10,000.
Nope. Don't do that. Don't do
You're gonna see
drugs.
double. You're gonna see double, and you're gonna get really sick. But it's not good.
That you could do that. You could also go ahead and get the prescription drugs.
I've tried it. A lot of side effects. A lot of side effects.
Yeah, your face gets super hot.
Having a boner is the least of your worries with that.
My friend did that. He was like, my head felt like it was going to explode. By my friend, I mean me. Now, here's the thing.
We're talking about joy mode. Get rid of all that icky
Natural.
stuff.
It's science-backed. It's a sexual wellness product, all right? But it is a sexual performance booster.
It's like a pre-workout, but for sex. You can take it in the morning. It's actually healthy. There's so many benefits to it.
Supports
not just with your wiener. Yes, everything.
Yeah. How's the quality of your erection?
It is A+.
Use joymode.com. Try these. It's like an electrolyte package. You take it 45 minutes to 4 hours prior to sexual activity, all right? And this is how you boost your sexual performance. And you do it without all the nasty prescription drugs. So, go to usejoymode.com/fighter. Enter the code FIGHTER for 20% off your first order. Use joymode.com/fighter for 20% off your first order. Yeah, classic.
You want to talk about expensive? Like Lewis Hamilton's dad had to work like nonstop building the car, and he didn't have the reason he's one of the best drivers. He didn't have the best like materials and cars as a kid, so he had to learn on skill. And his dad said, "We'll do this, but you have to win. If you don't win, we're going to stop doing it." I don't know if it's the best parenting, but it fucking worked. It made a monster out of him.
Monster $1 million sport.
But even like with the off-road racing I do, like Tiger's coming with me Friday to race. They have cars for Tiger. They're like, how old is he? I'm like 8. They're like, ugh, wish he started when he was 5.
Come on, that's not true.
I went to race last weekend. There was a 4-year-old girl driving.
What? So they're trying to build those neural pathways.
Yeah, and these guys all know each other. Like there's pictures of Lewis with Max when they were like 2.
Tennis is they've been playing against each other.
Yeah.
But there's not a more expensive like thing for your kid to do than racing.
Yeah.
It's for adults as well. There's not a more expensive.
You have to have so much money.
So much. It's a write-off for big businesses.
That's like show jumping, like Springsteen's daughter, Bill Gates' daughter. They're competitive, but you need millions of dollars a year. Show jumping.
What's that?
Horses. Bring up how high these fuckers jump, though. It's so crazy.
I'd be so disappointed if my kid wanted to do that.
Yeah.
Which one, Bryan?
But it's actually bring up Springsteen's daughter horseback riding. You watch how high they jump. It's fucking nuts. The horses themselves are $1 million, some shit like that. But then taking care of them, and you're all Jessica Springsteen. Yeah. Oh, she's an Olympic. Makes Olympic equestrian team. Wow, that's a big deal. Just go to the images. You can see how high she jumps.
Okay.
It's fucking nuts.
You have to be so rich to do some of this stuff?
So rich. She's pretty too.
Like Bruce Springsteen rich.
That's not a good one. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
For those of you listening, it's a horse jumping over a fucking thing.
But
even if it was high, does it really matter, right?
6 feet, which is crazy sometimes. You're like, what?
Yeah, look at her.
Yeah, anyway.
Yeah, that was stupid.
Yeah. There it is. Look at that.
Damn, that's crazy, dog. That's fucking. Hey, hold on. I just want the pod to come to a screeching halt.
Why? Because I'm showing pictures of.
Yeah.
But it's so expensive, man. It's millions of dollars. You cannot do it unless you got crazy money.
Yeah, it doesn't go anywhere, right? So there's better stuff to do, you know?
The horse?
Yeah. You know?
You gotta transport it.
Doesn't go anywhere, you know?
What?
Like, what are you going to do with that?
The horse?
I mean, just it has a career, you know?
Well, it's a whole world. It's a subculture, dude.
Yeah, I know.
It's a subculture of horse people.
Yeah.
You don't want to be around horse people with their britches. It is.
But there's like F1's like super rich, and then that's like
I mean,
fuck you.
Yeah.
And just white.
And you know, there's only one American driver on the grid right now.
For Americans, we're way behind the 8 ball.
And we're in last place.
Yeah, way behind the 8 ball.
And we're in last place.
Way behind the 8 ball.
I mean,
it's just not what we do.
No.
But give us some time. As it gets popular, kids are doing it now. Like, give us some time.
But it's interesting how it's so popular in Europe and just.
Well, that's soccer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Super popular. Like crazy.
Worldwide soccer.
Yeah.
Except for in the US, it's starting to change, but.
Just getting better. The men's getting better, you know? But look at the stuff we focus on. It's game over.
Yeah, they're all bigger now in soccer too. On the Arsenal team, there's nobody under, I think, 6'2" or something. It's crazy.
Yeah.
All really tall.
Yeah, those boys make some bank. Again, they start young over there.
They don't just start young. They
recruit
are
them young.
homeschooled. Like they don't even not even homeschooled. You go to soccer school.
Yeah.
And the problem is that you're there your whole life. By the time you're 18,
Pretty burnt out on soccer.
You may not be good enough.
Oh, but also the chance of you making it,
That's what
even
I'm
if
saying.
you do that, it's not good.
Right. So you've dedicated your whole life.
You look at your parents like, I can't even fucking read, dude. Like, yeah, but you can fucking play some soccer.
bad.
Yeah, but I'm not on a team, Dad.
Right. Yeah. 1 in 20 of those people or 30 makes it to the Premier League.
Not terrible odds. 1 in 20?
It might be less.
Yeah, I bet it's way less.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
It's just expensive shit.
yeah.
It's so, I mean, but racing is.
But look at
so
boxing.
expensive.
How many fights has Garcia had? He started when he's 8, you know? You have a couple examples where like, you know, you have Deontay Wilder who started at 20, but that actually hurts him. You know?
But but Deontay Wilder made it. World champion,
Yes.
set for life.
Yes.
There's no way he could start at 20 and compete in racing.
Never,
it's
right?
impossible. It's not. It can never happen.
And even 9, you said, is too young, too old?
That's what Lewis Hamilton said to a kid.
It is.
Yeah.
All those guys start at like 4 or 5 years old.
God, they start on go-karts and stuff.
Yeah, and their parents know that this is what they're going to do. One of the guys, Alex Albon, like super small, I think Philippine family, like had no money. And like families, 6 of them living in one apartment to push the stream for their kid.
It's so expensive.
That's a huge gamble.
Because you got to think, it's not just like the kid and the car. Like, A, the car's going to be expensive, so that's one of the fees. B, maintaining that car, so the wheels, the fuel, the maintenance.
It's like a horse, dude. Oats, brushes,
Okay.
hoses, a lot of stuff. Vet bills, shoehorns. Got a
There's
shoe.
a lot of other factors.
Right?
Yeah, as the
Might have colic. You want to be annoyed? You know what they do with these horses?
Tell me.
Because they're rich housewives who don't know better. They have a chiropractor.
It cracks the horse's back.
He comes in and adjusts the horse. Yeah, you
They, like,
can do that
snap
to
his neck?
Yeah, right. It's just, to me, it's like, what a bunch of horse shit. There's a whole industry.
Literally,
But
horse
yeah.
shit.
Pun intended.
Literally, there's a whole industry around like getting your horse, like, you know, they do like Reiki, all kinds of fucking horse shit.
I told you guys before too. I knew a guy that did the horseshoeing, and he was making like over $100,000 a year just doing horseshoeing, like putting the little, you know, the whatever.
Yeah.
It's filing it down and putting the damn horseshoe on there.
Yeah, I mean, as long as he likes it.
No,
How
they
many
make.
times he
they
can
make
No, I'm saying like that's how much how rich those people
yeah.
are to you know.
Oh,
shoe
for sure.
horse. So when you shoe horses, you make bank because it's a very, very specific task that's really hard to get right.
Rich people.
Yes. So
Yeah.
so it's a craft that you have to do, and it's passed down in families. So those people make shitloads of money, believe it or not. Horse vets and shoehorn people are fucking rich.
What are you more into, the horse and the gay racing or Teslas?
Well, I'm definitely not into horse.
You know what I love is you and I. This is why the show works. It's yin and yang.
Yeah.
Gay man, straight man.
Yeah. Yeah. You think I don't know if a horse is gay. What if I'm just trot up on it like this? No shirt on? Chook, chook, chook,
It's
chook.
gay. That couldn't be gay.
This is good, like, especially the posture you have to have. We have to arch your back.
Yeah, it's just the
Cowboys
whole,
is different.
It's just
but,
the whole
like,
culture. It's just the
English
whole
riding.
culture around it. You know.
Oh, yeah.
It's like similar with the
And the
Olympic colors.
outfit.
Yeah, the
Speaking
whole-
of Teslas, Brian, did you check? Were you one of the lucky people gifted the 30-day like complete auto drive?
I don't know.
Okay, so check your app. or your car would have told you you've been chosen.
It has like an update, right?
Yeah, but it's
if I did see an update and I do see them, I don't read it.
You should, because you could be sitting back, not touching your car, and it's changing your lanes and getting you everywhere.
Yeah, there is.
They don't have to do any engineering on like the cameras and anything.
No,
I don't know if I trust that.
But people are getting it on their.
Sure.
I want to know.
Probably
I wonder if
a hard pass.
Yeah.
How many people? You say 30?
No, a lot of people. I don't know, but it's 30 days.
Oh, that's
trial,
cool.
And then
no, it might be. I think it might be. Is it the newest model though?
No, I have multiple friends with Teslas, new, old, whatever. A bunch of them got it.
All right, I'll check it out.
Tesla's $99 self-driving system is amazing, but stressful. I wouldn't trust it. They just did a recall where the trucks are running into each other.
The one problem I've heard is that it's changing lanes too often for people, and that's driving people crazy.
What?
Because just trying to find like the open lane nonstop.
Yeah, and also it cuts other people off. That's the thing. I don't like it. Yeah, it's like,
but it's not me.
And it doesn't let people in either. It's like, nah, you're not getting it. Yeah. Like,
can't you set a mode like not asshole mode?
I don't know, probably, but
like Asian driver mode.
But yeah, if you
Bro, dude,
be sick, huh? Be sick. Just real slow, no turn signals. Just in the carpool lane.
Well, Lex Friedman's the one who designed it on Rogan. He goes, not if it fails, when it fails. He's the guy who designed the self-driving. So I'm going to listen to
And he said, when it fails?
Yeah, he goes, not if it fails, when it fails. I was like,
but with everything though.
I can see how that's appealing to some people where like if you're working in Irvine or something, you just want to put on self-drive and just chill and, I don't know, search social media, scan TikTok or some shit.
Yeah.
Do my makeup.
I like driving.
Eat.
Yeah. In traffic, it can be tough. This 1 month FSD beta trial should be including any existing owners who have never experienced it.
So what are you driving mostly now? Your Hellcat?
You're talking about the Demon 170? I'm driving the Demon 170 right now because the 2 trucks are being worked on. But once I get those back, I drive those more.
2 trucks being worked on?
Projects, man. Can't stop, won't stop.
Unbelievable.
I know.
Your Lightning.
I got to go to Tijuana.
Your Lightning and what else?
My TRX. TRX is the big overhaul. That thing is a monster.
Yeah.
Wide body, be 4 inches wider. Not for you, dude.
4 inches wider.
Yeah.
You needed that extra 4 inches, did you?
It's all carbon fiber.
Oh.
You don't know what that is.
You needed to add 4 inches of carbon fiber. That's what you think about.
But
you go,
all the time.
This needs to be 4 inches wider.
Yeah.
The one thing that's missing from my truck is I need 4 more inches of carbon fiber. Is it 2 inches on either side?
2 each.
Oh, God, thank God.
Well,
So, I'm sure you noticed that.
But you're forgetting that you got to get spacers for the tires because you can't have the tires tucked in.
Spacers.
Because you need a good stance.
What would be a space? What do you mean? What are spacers?
Spacers on the tires, so it brings the tire out the 2 inches each side too.
We need that. So you
And
want
you need
to
bigger
really
tires because it's a wide body and they're bigger fenders.
Sure. So you want to get super wide. Okay.
I mean, they completely took that thing apart.
Did they take it apart? Yeah. That's your car? That's your truck right there.
Yep.
New paint job and everything, huh?
No, bitch, that's carbon fiber.
No, bitch.
What do you mean?
Oh, you don't know what carbon fiber is.
Oh, so you paint that?
No.
Sorry.
Can you talk about horses?
I don't know. I don't.
Carbon fiber's a lightweight material.
Yeah.
So it's not like it's not paint. Like
So
that's
it's a much lighter truck now?
lighter truck, and that pattern on there is the carbon fiber pattern, and it's stronger than steel, but lighter. Like
Really?
20 times lighter. Yeah, not even close.
So are you less safe, more safe, kind of the same?
Same.
Yeah.
Yeah. Safe.
Come on, dude. Come on, bro.
What a gay question when you see that. Oh, interesting. Is that more safe, less safe, or
Why do you
about the
always turn me
same?
so gay? Why do you always turn me like super gay?
Because that's what you are, dude.
But why does my neck? Why do you turn my neck gets all loose when you're like? Is it
It's
safe?
just, yeah, 'cause it's just so gay. You see that? You see a wide body
You shouldn't
carbon
ask
fiber
truck guys if
kit.
it's safe. Ooh, is that going to be safe though? You souped it up. You souped it. You got what do you got? Extra 4 inches of carbon fiber on that? That's what I thought.
Is that
That's a
thing-
conversation
is
you
that
have
thing
with your
safe?
truck buddies. Now, who did your work? Right. Yeah, you got to Tijuana. I went to that garage. Yeah.
No, that's not in Tijuana's with the Lightning. That's a different
Oh, the
animal.
Lightning.
This is in Fillmore.
Fillmore.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
How long is it in shop? Well, they got it. That's the kind of.
Oh, it's a beast. Yeah. No, I gotta go to Tijuana because there's some good carbon fiber down there.
It's good for car.
But you got to make. But what's crazy is there's a lot of car things in Tijuana now because of labor and the work.
Mexico
booming
is the big winner.
No, I had a conversation with a guy today because he was like, "Yeah, we can do it. We're doing Tijuana." I was like, "Oh, this is a setup. I'm gonna drive down there and steal my fucking truck."
Yeah.
And the conversation I had, he's like, "No, dude." He's a white guy. He's like, "No, my family's been in racing for like 40 years.
Yeah.
We have a shop down there and we work out of Tijuana." I go, "Is it safe?" He's like, "Yeah, dude."
Of course it's safe.
I was like, he's like, "What do you think? There's like cartels and shit?" I'm like, "Yeah, I've seen narcos way too many times, man."
100%.
But no, it's booming down there.
Yeah, it's booming.
Yeah.
In Mexico. So my buddy was down in Mexico City raising funds for this month. He's like, there are more billionaires in Mexico City, I think, than anywhere else, which I was blown away by. But
I don't know if I
big
believe
money,
that, but yeah.
big money. It's true. It's a fact.
Money.
It's a fact. I was shocked. There are more billionaires in Mexico than any other country. Look that up, Jin. Or Mexico City.
But where are
there's so much.
Where's the most
money.
billionaires?
What country?
Yeah, what country has the most billionaires? We research weird shit here.
Yeah.
The U.S.
U.S. 813. All right, maybe there's a list though. Oh no, click on the list though. So let's see it. You knew your friend was lying though, right? See why I do this? Yeah, sure, lying. Which I love you,
United
but
Kingdom.
I don't because
Hong Kong.
Because let's be honest, I don't
Canada.
Because remember, Mexico's a third world country,
Brazil.
right?
So Italy.
Listen, I'm
Russia,
not the smartest
Germany,
guy in the
India,
world.
China, United States.
Man,
Great.
Where is Mexico City?
Okay, so.
Oh wait, hold on.
Yeah, it's up there.
Oh,
it's right. It's under Germany. Yeah.
Oh, you're telling me China's more billionaires than Mexico?
That's crazy.
Who would have thought?
Who would have thunk that?
I love how you go. No, dude, he knows. You're stupid, right?
You're stupid.
A little bit.
You
know what you are? You're gullible.
No, he would know.
No, he doesn't though. It's a fun thing to say.
So there's 14 billionaires in Mexico, according to this Yahoo Finance
article. And there's 800 in.
Not that many.
But it's close though, dude. It's 800 billionaires away.
I mean, let's see the top. The United Kingdom.
Man.
55 is the least amount.
Huh?
In this.
Number 10 has 55, and Mexico has 18. How many did America have?
I think 800.
Is 800?
813?
Oh, dude, it's only 800 away, though. You're close, dude.
Hold on. I'm going to kill him. Hold on.
And then China, India only has 200.
Dude, I'm doing the podcast, and I just said that Mexico has the most billionaires because you told me that.
And I shut it down right away because I'm not a moron like Bryan.
And it's not even in the top 10. So what the fuck? Like there are 14 billionaires in Mexico.
And there's 813
in the United States.
It's close,
Canada
though.
has 406. India has 200. Germany has 132. Russia has 120. Italy has 73. Brazil has 69. Canada has 67. Hong Kong has 67. You don't have to go through
the whole list. You don't.
Jesus.
But you know what to defense, he's gonna go, dude, those billionaires aren't. Forbes doesn't know. Those billionaires don't want to be seen.
Actually, that's true.
That's so true, right?
By
See
the way,
how gullible you are?
Hold on.
See how stupid you are?
No, there are a lot of very
There's
wealthy
a lot
people
of them. Dude, there's 800 in
There
Mexico.
are a lot of people who don't make that list.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
Down. Fact.
The richest people Forbes doesn't know about.
Yep.
They will never tell Forbes.
But you know where they're at? The Middle East. They're not in Mexico.
By the way, I can't believe Qatar and United Arab Emirates and all that aren't there.
Well,
although it might be far and few between.
But also, but those people aren't. They're the ones that aren't on the list.
Yes. No, but there are people in this country too that are not on the list. There are a lot of people.
But let's say there's 100, right? Do you think there's 800 in Mexico that don't want to be on the list?
I'd have to do some more research.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just common sense, I think.
$500 billion. Interesting.
It's a lot of money.
Yeah. Kind of crazy.
Dude, I had to do a meet and greet yesterday. I had to go up to Monster headquarters, and I met the guy who started Monster. Do you know how much Monster's worth?
I kind of do.
How much?
It's worth something impossible, and I'll bet you it's worth something like $10 billion. Yeah, more, right? Is it 70 billion? Is it 100 billion?
It's 90.
Yeah, 90 billion.
90 billion.
What? Energy drinks don't have a cap. Yeah, it's crazy.
And they're number 2. Red Bull's worth more than that.
Yes. Red Bull's worth
billion.
like 100
90 billion.
Red Bull's worth 100. Wow. That's why I knew.
Isn't that wild though? I mean, because we get there, it's in like outside of Covina, and it's like these huge buildings. It has all the monsters, and you go inside, like, oh, how many employees are there? I was doing a signing for 2.5 hours.
$55 billion. Yeah.
Wild, right?
It's crazy. Crazy.
Yeah, basically $56 billion.
So nuts. So a billion seconds ago was 32 years ago. A billion.
And what's Red Bull worth, Chin?
I'm looking it up, but
It's kind of
500. So just so you know, 500 billion.
Oh, there it is. Go up, Chin.
Is 16,000 years ago. 500 billion seconds.
There were net incomes. Well, no, that's pounds.
oh, that's probably what's
Keep going up.
right here in 2022.
God, dude.
Founded 40 years ago.
Really?
They do everything.
And don't they have the best F1 car engines?
Yeah.
Aren't they up there?
They're
Them and
one
Honda?
two. Yeah, they use Honda engines.
Yeah.
I mean, they even have like a music label. Red Bull does everything.
Jesus.
So they were
I don't know if that's right.
their value
Starbucks
was
worth
18.5 billion in 2022, but I don't know what their
So they're
total.
far off from Monster.
I don't know.
No, they're worth. I think they're worth more,
I
aren't they,
don't
Red
think
Bull,
this is right.
than Monster?
I thought they were, but it looks like we're
the
wrong.
brand itself.
So this is what it says about the brand in 2022, though.
So that would be $30 billion, roughly.
I mean, yeah, Monster still might have them beat.
Interesting.
Either way, those energy drinks make a ton of money. Isn't that wild?
A ton of money. There's no cap. Yeah, I know that.
When you said no cap, it sounded like
Yeah, you're trying
they're
to
not
be
They
lying.
just keep growing.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Wow.
Yeah.
Gotta get into the energy drink.
Come out with one, dude.
Oh yeah.
Did you see Reggie Bush got his Heisman back?
Dipping into our current events.
I was hoping that was a current event. Did you see?
Oh,
he
let's
got
go.
his Heisman?
Let's go.
But we can start with that. He got his Heisman back.
And he got it taken away because he made money as a player
Yeah,
in college. Wow.
it's I think it's tough, right? Like I'm glad he got his Heisman back, especially
too.
with the rules they're doing now. It makes all the sense
Yeah.
in the world. But to go back it's tough, right? Because then this starts a slippery slope. Because if you're Nick Diaz, like what he got busted for, and the 2-year ban is legal now. So do all sports go back?
You mean
now?
weed?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So do all sports go down this road?
I think so. I think you should.
So
I
then-
mean, I think if somebody's doing life in jail for selling weed, which there are people doing right now, and it's legal now, I think they should be released.
Oh, of course, yeah,
know?
no shit.
But that's a huge thing, you know.
No, I know, but let's stick to sports. So then,
But it's the same principle.
yes and no, because the rules change. Yeah, yes and no.
Well, yeah, you're right, because that's actually a good point, because if the rules were the rules,
at the
they
time,
were there, you broke the rules, so you got stripped of your. It'd be like in a way, it'd be like, well, you testosterone's allowed because there was an exemption back then. It's allowed now, whatever it is. It's like if you violated the rules as they were, you got that's kind of
that's usually on the side I fall on. Like, well, those were the rules at
Yeah,
the time.
it's true.
You cheated the system, you got caught, so you pay the penalty.
Yeah.
But it's tough because this
Otherwise, what's the point of rules?
does open up a weird kind of road, you know.
He technically forfeited the trophy. So I think that plays a little bit into it.
Yeah. But I do think that that's an interesting thing.
But remember,
I
they
think-
also took I think they took his trophy out of USC. They did some shade, took him off all the marketing. And remember, Reggie Bush, there's an argument, the best college player of all time. Like he's up the top 5 of all time.
I mean, 2005 was a great year. Yeah.
And
He was crushing.
they left O.J. Simpson's Heisman,
Wild to me.
I mean, murdered
He held
him.
on to it.
Yeah. But again, he didn't break the rules when it comes to
but
football.
also he was found innocent. So
Yeah.
you can't take his, in a court of law, O.J. Simpson was found innocent of murder. Say whatever you want, but
was found guilty in civil, though.
That's very different. You're
But
not
it's court of
allowed
law,
to-
though.
It's civil is different than criminal.
No, of course they're different, but
yet
the world's
he could
court of
sue
law.
them for taking his trophy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he's found guilty in a court of law.
Again, civil is different than criminal, and it
100%.
doesn't hold the same.
We all
weight.
know this. I know. I'm just saying he was found guilty in that.
He was found liable. It's different. It's not.
No, he's found guilty.
No, he's found liable. There's a big difference.
I mean, they say guilty.
No,
they didn't say liable.
No, they said he's found liable. There's a big difference.
I don't think so, B.
In a civil court, guilty versus liable is different. It just is. It's a big difference, especially in our social discourse and our moral discourse and everything about how that goes. You can be found liable, and you're technically guilty in the civil court, but found liable. It's in a civil case. See? So they don't really say you're guilty, they say you're found liable. Meaning you owe a debt, a monetary debt.
And that was what
material debt.
Why he owed whatever it was, the
$33.5 million.
Yeah.
And in 1999, his Heisman sold for $230K as a part of a sale to help settle that debt.
$230K? Someone bought his Heisman for $230K?
And then I believe he tried to steal it back. And that's when he
got in trouble, right?
He was stealing a bunch of his stuff back. I don't know if that was one of the items there, but
yeah, his thing's different than Reggie's. I think Reggie definitely deserves his Heisman. It's weird to take it from him.
Yeah.
It's just it opens up a can of worms, right?
How was Reggie Bush's? How long did he play pro for?
Oh wow, he's good
10
too.
years?
He was just ahead of his time. Like if he had a Kyle Shanahan as a coach, he'd be 8-time All Pro.
Why?
Because at the time he was like in between. He was like a Christian McCaffrey where he could catch. He was in a 3-down running back. And at the time, they really didn't know how to use him. He still played well. Like for Miami, he was a baller.
11 seasons.
For New Orleans, he was a baller. No, he was made to the Pro Bowl.
Yeah.
But he would have been so good in this day and age of football. So good.
Really?
So damn good.
So the reason Christian McCaffrey, he's also awesome, but the reason he's so good is how the offense is.
Yeah, they structured around him to give him the best opportunities. He's catching. He's lined up in slot. Like they're using him all over. Reggie was that guy. The offense wasn't there yet. So he was before his time. But he was like a Christian McCaffrey or Alvin Kamara.
Kamara, yeah.
Yeah, he's like him.
McCaffrey and Kamara can also play like little wide receiver positionings too. So that's kind of cool. It's like when you find a tight end that can block for you. It's huge. And that's what
Reggie could do it all.
So
could catch, run, but he came too soon. If he came now, superstar.
Wow. Yeah.
I mean, he was fucking good though. People get it twisted. But he wasn't like he was in college though, dominating.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a slippery slope. Because if I'm an athlete, I get screwed over by something, I'd be like, look what the NCAA is doing.
Yeah. Right?
But if you're Nick Diaz, there's not much argument. Like, what are you going to argue? You can't get time back, can't get fights back.
But they originally wanted to ban him for 5 or something years, but they took it back. They took it back, so he was able to fight.
And they banned him for 2 years, though. He didn't fight for 2 years.
Yeah, so 2 years is still a lot for sure.
Yeah.
In your prime, that's forever.
Yeah.
It's forever.
But remember also the retroactive stuff that they do with UFC and drug testing? So they just somehow find out 2 years before or 5 years before they found someone tested positive or something, and they just had the technology to recognize it now. They'll just I think TJ Dillashaw was one of the examples, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So it's all retroactive stuff that's could be debatable.
TJ had a 2-year suspension.
Yeah.
Good for Reggie though. Their campaign work too, because there's billboards up around LA, give Reggie his Heisman back. There's a whole kind of petition. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What else you got?
Let's take a little break.
Take a break, dude. Look at my hat.
Do you like fishing?
Dude, I'm not I'm not a master fisher, but
well,
the trip we got coming up.
We're
going to Alaska.
We got an Alaska.
I'm there to murder fish.
We're gonna catch ourselves some big salmon, big halibut, and a bunch of other species, and we're gonna do it. It's gonna be a first class trip.
Dude, we're catching a bunch of big fish. Dude, if I don't catch marlin, swordfish,
you can do it all.
You think?
You got on a very comfortable boat.
I don't think we're catching marlin and swordfish though.
Well, listen.
Not in Alaska.
You can walk around the deck.
In Alaska.
They have brand new fish finders, so you're going to find if there are fish in the ocean, they find them with their sonar. Or
Sportsman's Cove Lodged.
Yeah, it's a sports fishing lodge out of Southeast Alaska. It's called the Sportsman's Cove Lodge. Fish with 5 boats, and there are 6 guests to a boat. So there you go. Big, comfortable boats. And they've got what makes them really special. They have a 1-to-1 staff to guest ratio for excellent hospitality and experience. So
yeah, but on the boat, you would think it's 10 10 fishers for one expert.
No, it's 3 to 1 angler to crew ratio.
Insane,
how about that?
Insane, dude.
Yeah. So you are assisted up the wazoo.
Oh, I'll say this to the fish. Good luck.
Oh, good luck.
Hey, like the movie Taken, good luck.
Because we eat it and they prepare it for you. The food is the best in the industry.
Oh, dude,
all locally
I'm going to be Charles Manson of the fish game. I'm going to be murdering fish, baby.
Yep. Well, it's the best facilities in the industry, too, with double occupancy and private bathrooms. You got it all. Alaska'sBestLodge.com. Currently running sale, $800 off any June dates. And June is when you want to go. June, July, and August are when you want to go to Alaska. You'll probably see bear. You'll see a whole bunch of stuff.
A little vacation for the boys.
Dude, I can't wait.
Yeah.
Wait, now, Chin, are you going to come with us? Because we got to do this.
You best believe I'll be there if I can make it.
That'd be great because we got to do some podcasts from there.
That's Alaska'sBestLodge.com.
Give me a discount code.
TFATK at checkout. You get 10% off your first trip.
Limited to 6 slots per person.
Okay. Well, it's playoff time in LA. Let's get a little disappointed.
But they got the Nuggets in the first round. We're like their Achilles heel. We dominate them.
But the Lakers in both Game 1 and Game 2 gave up double-digit leads to lose. And LeBron comes out and he has something to say about it.
He looks terrible there.
What's the challenge mentally and emotionally after you lose such a heartbreaking game?
I mean, yeah, of course it's a heartbreaking game. You don't ever want to lose in that fashion. I don't understand what's going on in the replay center, to be honest. I've said it. I think I said it this year or last year, whatever. D'Lo clearly gets hit in the face on a drive. We have a replay center. It's going to go. It doesn't make sense to me. It makes no sense to me. It bothers me. Sorry I didn't answer your question, but and then I just saw what happened with the Sixers Knick game too. What are we doing?
Okay. What we're doing is not blocking or defending Jamal Murray at a buzzer beater and allowing him to take a shot.
Yeah, you should be more mad about that. Also, look up how many fouls LeBron gets over the season and in the playoffs compared to Jokic. Like, the NBA wants the Lakers in the finals. They're the main draw.
Yes,
LeBron's the main draw. So for the Nuggets to beat the brakes off the Lakers every year like we've been doing is wild, because the Nuggets are legit playing against not only the Lakers, but the refs too. Like, they're not cheating them, but look at look at last year.
Confirmation bias.
Because it's like the Dallas Cowboys of the NFL. They get certain calls because they know they're going to be better for ratings. When you're playing the Lakers, you're not only playing LeBron and the Lakers, you're playing LeBron, the Lakers, and the refs.
Yeah.
And Jokic just dominates them.
Shits
all over
Davis,
them.
I'm going to just say.
Jokic is that giant Serb.
Yeah.
Dominates.
Whose brother's in the crowd, like, knocking
punching
people
guy
out.
in the face.
Oh, yeah.
His brothers are rough.
His brothers are fucking. Do you ever hear when they were like, they were playing in Miami and they go, did the fans get to you in Miami? And he goes, I played in Serbia, brother. And then they cut to the crowds in Serbia. You're like, holy fucking shit.
No, his brothers this last game literally punched somebody in the face.
Really?
Yeah.
Are they
Tough
just
guys.
giant dudes too? Just
they're
giant
big,
Serbs?
Tats. Yeah, they're tough guys.
As a Laker fan, you're comparing him to someone like Anthony Davis. This is such an unpopular opinion, I'm going to say. Davis is soft. He's not who you need in the last minute.
He's always hurt.
Injured. Always hurt.
Always hurt.
Just
has to take games off. Jokic doesn't miss.
And then you look at Jokic, who's like, my knee's broken, I'm going to play.
What makes Jokic so good?
His fundamentals. He's not the most athletic guy, but he does not miss. And then his basketball IQ. His passing is probably the best in the league.
Wow.
He'll play through the pain. Teammate. That's another big one.
He
never hurt.
Plays through the pain.
Never hurt.
He's just
Americans are, when it comes to basketball, are super soft now. Super soft. So it's like
a racehorse.
Like Embiid misses a ton of games. Greek the Freak misses a ton, even though he's not American, but he's always injured. He missed the last playoff. Can you imagine Jokic missing a playoff game?
No. It wouldn't happen.
So he just doesn't miss.
Greek the Freak sat out last night and they lost.
Oof. And so he'll just fucking bite down and just go.
Can you pull up the image? People are getting on him because he came to the game wearing a scarf, and everyone was like, "Jokic looks like Gru."
No, he did that on purpose.
Oh, he did it on purpose?
Yeah, because everyone says he looks like Gru, so he dressed like Gru.
That's not nice.
It's hilarious. And all he does, he likes horses. So they're literally, like last year during the finals,
Jokic.
they're literally like, they just won, and they're going to I forget what it was, game 6. And he's literally watching a video and they're trying to talk to him and he's talking to Jamal Murray about horses. He's like, look at that horse I just got. He just he hates fame.
So he likes horses.
He loves horses, fame.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Denver's not that
That's
cold.
great. Look what he's doing. That's
such a great guy.
Great.
He ties his wedding ring into his shoe for every game.
He just doesn't take himself that seriously. He's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Look at this. That's hilarious.
He just does his job and then doesn't want to be famous. He hates the fame aspect of it. Doesn't want endorsement deals.
Awesome.
Great player. He's probably such drama free too.
Yep.
Like
wife, doesn't fuck around.
Just a giant Serb.
He's like, yeah. He's like Tim Duncan, but Serbian.
That's a good one, actually.
They're very hardy people. My friend went hog hunting in Serbia, and it was freezing. My friend's like a Green Beret. They're all fucking cold. And they said their guides, the guy they're going to take them on the hog hunt, come out. They're fucking giants with no neck, and they were all bundled up, freezing like this. These guys come out of the forest with giant knives because they come in when the dogs catch them and just kill them. Giant knives, and they've got like jumpsuits on, open, kind of just sweating. It's just like, how the fuck are these guys
They grow up in that.
They grow up in that shit. Rough people.
What else you got?
Next one?
Yeah. So this was wild, guys. This woman was kidnapped and her doorbell camera caught the whole thing. And this is in Oregon. So I'll let Chin play the footage.
So it was like just a random person's doorbell camera that caught it. Yeah,
right, right.
Please help me! Please help me!
Who is that guy?
So it's supposedly someone that knows her. Now they're saying she's been found safe. Hillsborough police came out and said the suspect and victim knew each other and there was not a random attack.
No, this.
What is this?
You know what I think it is? Do you want to know the truth?
Please.
First of all,
that was scary.
It's very disturbing. But what's really going on is she's pissed at him. She got out of the car. Fuck you. Oh. She's going to her mom's house. Fuck you. I'm done. He is like, you're not leaving. You're coming back. They've done this, I bet, 5 times before.
Probably a toxic relationship.
It's a toxic
do this all the time.
They
just did this at a Dave & Buster's recently. It's not.
This is all, and I will guarantee they were dating. And I'm not saying it's right. I'm saying this is a very, very, this looks like a very fucking dysfunctional relationship. And this guy's got problems, and I don't know what the fuck. But it doesn't look like it's a stranger getting her. It looks like no,
it says they knew each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hold on, it says, and it was not a random attack. There's no danger to the public.
Yes.
Also, when they kidnap people like that, they don't find them hours later.
Yes, exactly.
That he would have been in Mexico already.
She was at home.
Brian's probably right.
The whole thing. Yeah. It's just there wasn't a lot of fighting. This is so there's no fighting, biting, scratching. There's I'm weak and like please, and she's screaming, Mom. It's more like fuck you, I hate you. That's my instinct.
Okay.
And it's not surprising.
I think you're right because they found him so fast too. If it's like a real
her mom
human trafficking,
her mom.
Well, the guy was charged with kidnapping.
Well, of course, but that doesn't mean that it was in a domestic.
It'll be in
so she somehow escaped the car and then ran to a stranger. It wasn't her mom's house. It was a stranger's house.
Okay.
So that's where it's different right there.
Oh,
I remember reading that earlier too. But yeah, obviously
she was in the car with him.
Must be, yeah, of course, because the car's right there.
Something went bad.
Well, we don't know if she was in the car. It doesn't say anything about that.
I mean, how would that guy, unless he's chasing her down the road with his car or something?
Well, we're just, you guys are just coming to these weird assumptions. She could have been walking her fucking dog or whatever in the middle of the night.
Definitely be happening.
He pulls up, tries to get her. She runs off, comes here, he grabs
possible,
her. We can't say she was in the car.
We don't know.
We have no clue.
We don't know.
I'm just guessing that she was in the car and then she just bounced. And then
I have a question though. She was out in the middle of the night.
Well, we don't know what time it is either.
10:45.
You guys are 10:45.
Okay. It says
you guys are just jumping to fucking assumptions.
A woman got kidnapped in Oregon over the weekend in the middle of the night, all of which was captured on a doorbell camera. Okay.
What's the middle of the night?
Now you're out in the middle of the night.
Well, the kidnapping part is when he runs up to her and grabs her.
2 or 3 in the morning, right?
He grabbed
middle of the night to me is 2 or 3 in the morning.
Right.
Well,
either way, he kidnapped
hours
her.
of the morning.
You know what I'm saying? So
or is middle of the night 11, 12
right.
to them.
But my detective hat, I go, I'm reading.
You're the worst detective ever.
Not really, because
you are. Because you also thought there was 800 billionaires in Mexico.
Well, they're secret ones, and I still am waiting for my thing. But hold on. Before you go into that,
no, don't.
Well, before we do that,
come on, stay on track, B.
Yeah,
ADD,
right.
Stay on track.
Okay, so what I'm saying is that if she was out in the middle of the night,
yes,
my guess is that they were out in the middle of the night. They were in a car. Some shit happened. She runs out. Fuck you. Yes.
Grabbed her.
And then he's like, he comes running. Get the fuck. You're crazy. Don't knock on a fucking stranger's door. What the fuck are you doing? Grabs her.
But why wouldn't he say that? Why wouldn't he be like, are you nuts?
Because he's not going to make any noise. He's like, get the fuck in the car. This is my guess. I think there's an intimacy thing going on.
I can't wait to
I think they've
follow
been
up.
dating. Here's my thought.
It's weird they did know it, but I wish they told us how they know each other.
I know, but they don't have the.
No.
I'm sure there's an investigation.
They have a toxic relationship.
Yep,
this happens all the time.
This happens all the time. That's what
Maybe.
What did you say once? That's a normal Tuesday night for them.
I guess. According to Brian's theory.
Look, there's an app out there that can save your life, where you will learn how to do certain things that you never thought about that are super simple.
You're talking about how to survive the worst case scenario?
I'm talking about fieldcraft survival. There are so many instances where you might find yourself in a life and death situation. Could be your car rolls over, could be a natural disaster.
A fire,
You got to know what to do. You got to know what to do, not just for yourself, but for your loved one.
And there's an app you guys can go to and you can learn all of this. All you got to do is go to fieldcraftsurvival.com.
Yep.
And when you use the code FIGHTER20, you get 20% off training and products at fieldcraftsurvival.com.
I always keep my Fieldcraft survival kit on me in my car in case there's an emergency. I never would have thought about it, but I'm glad I have it. You should too.
We've been vibing, dude. And people are like, oh, it's just their chemistry. No, it's not. It's Happy Hippo.
Is it Happy Hippo?
I use the Energy Kratom shot. It's the highly concentrated Kratom shot. If you want to give Kratom a try, it's the Wild West. You can trust one brand only. That's Happy Hippo. They got taffy. They got powders. They got gummies. They have K-dips. They have everything you need. Now's the time to try it. Go to happyhippo.com. Promo code is THICC24 and you get 20% off for life. You can share that with anybody you want. The UPS driver, your Postmates guy, whoever, you all get 20% off for life. That's THICC24, happyhippo.com. We'll have to follow up on this case.
I'm going to stay on it. Don't worry, guys.
Yeah. What's your instinct?
I don't know. I mean, it doesn't look like he knows her.
No,
but
I don't. Yeah.
We
know he knows
all have
her.
that crazy friend who's
cops say
their dude.
I think
we
they
know
said
he
that
knows
they,
her.
yeah, they,
we know
Yeah, but I'm saying it doesn't look like they're like.
But when they say they know, like they're not giving us any info, so it could be they work out the same gym. It's a neighbor, and he's been trying to get to her, and finally kidnapped her.
Is there nothing else on the internet right now about this? Is there any?
This just happened.
Listen, I've been in some crazy fights with dudes.
Yeah.
I've been in a fight where I had to get out of a car because the guy was losing it.
Yes.
But when that guy was like coming after me, he was screaming violently.
Yes.
Like, this guy is just like.
Let's watch it again. I want to see. He's very surreptitious.
It's also weird too. Like if me and my wife, she would never do this, but if we got an argument and she ran off, I would be yelling out like, "What are you? No! What are you doing?
Yeah.
What? No! Yeah. I wouldn't like be silent and run up and grab her. No, fuck.
That's what's crazy.
She's holding on to this guy's door.
And this isn't the first time he grabbed her. And also the way she's hanging on is very strange.
And she's yelling for help.
She's hanging on for dear life.
Yeah, let's see this again. It's
just weird how fast they caught him. And she's terrified. The way she's looking back. Also, look at the way he grabs her.
Like, who does that? Would you ever do that to your wife or your girlfriend?
You wouldn't do that to someone you're dating.
He fucking just. I'm going to say
he's
another.
He's good at it too.
I was about to say, the way he picks her up, I feel like he's done it before to her. I feel like he knows exactly how much she weighs, and he knew he could get her out of there right away.
And I think we're going on. Yeah, and I think we're giving too much credit to they knew each other. I think there was like we worked out the same gym. Maybe they went to the same fucking library in the same neighborhood. Yeah. I don't think they're dating or there's like this close.
You don't?
They said there's some sort of relationship. They believe there was some sort of relationship.
I think 100% they're dating.
I bet they worked. I bet they're coworkers or something.
No, he knew how much she weighed. He's done that before. He's picked her up. I'm telling you, he picked her up well.
I don't think so.
Do you see how fast he ran? He's a strong guy. He picked her up and ran away.
I don't know if he's a strong guy. I wouldn't say that. I would just say
wait a minute, hold on.
He was too good at grabbing.
Bubba, he ran fast. That's a strong guy.
Because he's done it before.
Right, but that's a strong guy.
Strong guy.
I mean, I'm saying he knows how much she weighs. There's a I'm telling you right now, they have dated.
I don't think so.
All the money on that.
I don't think so. She looks too scared for them to be dating.
Oh, no.
And also for him not to say a thing, and then she's hanging. Most normal dudes in a relationship, if they're hanging on, you're like, this is insane. You'd let go.
Agreed.
He fucking snatched her away.
Yeah.
He's done this before to probably other women.
No, I think this is specific. They dated.
I don't think so, because that's not. He was so good at the kidnapping. It's not a one-time thing.
Yeah,
I think he's done this to other women.
We now know the name of the man who allegedly kidnapped a woman.
His spouse.
And Mark Anthony grabbed the woman, identified in court as his spouse. What'd I tell you, motherfuckers?
No.
What'd I tell you? There
He's
it is.
Black?
That's his wife.
He didn't look black at all. No, that's true. That's a good statement because I thought he was like a Mexican guy or something on the camera.
No, that's a different guy.
So that's why. What the fudge?
Oh, that's not him. Wow, what a misleading thing.
Okay, that was literally just the article.
Wow, that is a misleading
But
headline.
there you go. What'd I tell you? It's his wife.
Keep going down?
It's his wife.
No, that was it. That was it.
Yeah.
It's really quick.
It's his wife.
Yeah, that's
Why
it.
do they have that guy on there?
I don't know.
That is so fucked up. The Hoover
Because they
tour.
want you to click on that next article. All right.
All right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yep. I was with you, Bryan.
Oh.
No, look. Rewind the film. I was with Bryan. I kind of believed it was like a couple.
You're the one thinking it's a kidnapper. I'm like, no, picked her up too
He's
easily.
too good at it.
Yeah. See?
But still, you can't.
Well, that's what I said.
He
They're
looks
in the middle of the
he does
night.
look like Tina.
It's like something like this. You're cheating on me, you piece of shit. Fuck you. I'm getting out of here. I'm done. Of course, they have that relationship.
And maybe
It's
she's a
crazy
I don't know.
relationship. And then he's like, "You're not going anywhere. You're my wife. Look, get over here." Picks her up, brings her in the car. They're probably having sex after that. That is their relationship.
That's love, baby.
That is
now he's in prison though for kidnapping,
and she'll get him out.
I was gonna say if she doesn't press kidnapping charges,
he's probably good to go. Yeah.
Yeah. No, he's fine.
Yeah, he'll probably post bail.
This was dramatic, but it's
They probably got to fight. They're drunk. They got a big fight.
Yes.
And whatever.
I get this is a whole thing.
But we don't know. We'll see what happens.
Let's stay tuned on it. See what more details come out. What else you got?
Wow.
That was the next one, right?
Oh, no. Okay, but we'll do it. So, Billie Eilish opened up about her sexuality and, quote, I wanted my face in a vagina.
I'm so done with this overshare culture, and I don't buy it. And I don't buy it.
It's like the trendy thing to do. It's a good way to get attention.
Oh, God.
Since when is this a thing? And you look at how many celebrity kids are like trans these days. It's something, I don't know if it's in the water, if
it's just a cool thing to do. It's what kids do. It's like
it's a good way to get attention. But if you're her, do you have to share that with us? Even if you want to do that, that's fine. Do your thing. But B, I just okay.
Yeah, like I guess she had an
also,
interview.
do you need more attention?
Yeah.
Well, she had an interview with Rolling Stone.
No,
What'd you say?
She had an interview with Rolling Stone talking about her new song Lunch, which has details about her being with a girl. But she says when she started writing that song, she had never been with a girl, but was able to finish the song after an eye-opening encounter with a woman.
Okay.
To me, it's like, let's boost the song you're going to drop.
All the rage.
And by the way, nobody cares what you're into.
No, her shit crushes no matter what. It's Billie Eilish.
We get it.
I know, but it's just.
And there was like videos of her at Coachella kissing, I think, another girl. Yeah, like.
And she always hides those sweater puppies. You see how she's dressed like an old school, like 90s kid?
Yeah.
Like baggy clothes, bodied up.
Huge.
Super bodied up.
Is she super bodied up?
Super bodied up.
Yeah, but then
Smart.
it's like this cool thing to do. It's your, and then her
get attention.
girlfriend's this black chick, and she's just so badass and all that stuff.
But then she was saying, "I don't like that people are talking about my sexuality." But now
but you're there doing that. Yeah, okay.
It's exhausting.
It's like I can't get enough attention. It's this culture of narcissism. It's just amazing. It's just a culture of narcissism.
It's not. We're headed down a weird road. China won.
Yeah.
What?
Unbelievable.
Mike Tyson's big fight's coming up, guys, and a video came out of him working on his trainer. And
what's that, in June?
Yes, it's in June. Just wanted to get your guys' opinion on it.
It's a little staged, actually.
Oh, it's the same one over and over.
So is it staged?
Here's my question. Why isn't it longer than 15 seconds?
Valid point.
What's your take on if Tyson gets in close to him, he can hurt him.
This fight's going to go to a decision. There'd be no winner. There'd be a big draw, though. It'd be good for boxing. It's a Trojan horse to get the UFC on Netflix.
You don't think that
I would bet
Tyson's headhunting and Jake Paul's headhunting?
No.
They're going to hit to the body.
Remember, Jake Paul, his first fight ever was on Mike Tyson's card. They're in cahoots together. This is a big money play. It goes to the judges, but there's no judges, so nobody. It's gonna be a draw.
Yeah,
I'd bet my last dollar that's a draw.
Okay.
Good for them, though. Good for Tyson.
I mean, but look at those punches.
Yep.
There's nothing to be. You can't tell anything by somebody who's hitting mitts a lot of times.
Okay.
It's just a different thing. Boxing's just.
I mean, it's impressive at his age that he's even moving like that. That's the takeaway. But I don't think. Remember, people forget he fought Roy Jones, not that long ago, and it was not good. And he hasn't gotten younger or quicker.
No.
So you can get a similar product.
Your win it's a hard.
If you're expecting that for whatever the fight is, 8 rounds, that's not happening.
Yeah.
But again, at his age, it's good. He's moving around. Yeah. Good for him and making money.
Yeah.
It's a win-win.
Yeah.
Dave Portnoy, Barstool, came out and said that he thinks Caitlin Clark is getting screwed in her Nike deal, which is a 8-year, $28 million deal that will include a signature shoe. He thinks it should be like $80 million.
It should.
You think so too?
I think after taxes over 8 years, that's, believe it or not, 15 mil over 8 years. I mean, if I know her name, I feel like she's worth more than $2 million a year. After taxes, but maybe I'm off, but I think 8 years is a long time.
If I'm her management or agent, I'm saying no, we're not doing 8 years because she could be the thing, who knows, but she's the biggest thing to ever hit the WNBA.
Right.
She's a huge draw in college. So why would you sign an 8-year deal? Because what if she is the outlier that changes the pay or changes the viewership of the WNBA, and she's the Michael Jordan of women's WNBA, and you're locked into an 8-year deal. So it sounds like it's bad management.
I will say this. This guy says a really interesting point. The next user goes, how many men would buy Clark's shoes and call the deal and overpay? I don't know if a lot of women would say, I'm going to buy those shoes. And I don't know, and I definitely don't think any men are going to go, Caitlin Clark wears them, so I wear them.
Well, Portnoy said.
So that's
her jersey sold out
instantly
in seconds.
Right.
For men and women. She's massive.
Portnoy went on X and said men would 100% buy her sneakers. All girls who play hoop will. Portnoy then said, quote, Devin Booker got a 5-year, $50 million deal, and Caitlin is 100 times the star and impact.
That's not true. I think Dave's off on that.
Yeah,
again, but this is Nike. Nike's being smart because there's a reason it's 8 years, because if she is huge, they got her for 8 years.
Yeah, I don't
Nike's also doing the analytics going, women's shoes have never sold.
Yep.
Maybe she is the next Michael Jordan. That's why we're doing an 8-year deal. It's good for us.
Right.
It's bad management on her part.
I think though that her management might have kind of like fallen for that argument. The argument is got legs. Nike's argument has legs. And because they probably are looking at, has any woman ever sold any shoes for them? I'd have to ask.
No, Nike, and the answer is no. They've had Cheryl Swoops. They've done Rebecca Lobos. They don't sell.
There you go.
Yeah.
No, even the women want to wear Michael Jordans.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, or Devin Booker's, Kevin Durant's, or Kyrie Irving's,
Yeah.
Nike's being smart. They're like, yeah, maybe she is the next Michael Jordan. That's great for us. But even if she's not, we're not going to make a ton of money off of
Adidas offered $6 million over 4 years. So these clothing, shoe companies.
You want to be with Nike.
Yeah.
Yeah.
$6 million over 4 years. So they're all pretty low ball offers for a reason. But again, she might be the outlier. That is the one that pushes it over the edge there, and she starts selling to the masses. But it's never been done before. So that's what they're going off of, analytics. And for Caitlin, she doesn't have a ton of chips in her corner to be like, well, because there's never been an example. So Nike's going, no, $2 million a year. Still a good deal. Cry me a river. Cry me a fucking river. $2 million a year.
Well, after taxes too, you put that right in your bank account. That's a lot. So,
yeah.
I mean, Caitlin Clark even wore Kobe Bryant shoes during a game. Like they all wear men's shoes.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
She's got some big feet.
But also, like if she does get raised, she'll get so much more money. Like this will be the least of her problems. If she is that good of a player, the other endorsements coming her way, it's be the least of her problems. She's gonna be balling because WNBA doesn't make any money. My favorite is when people argue, like when Caitlin, was drafted
that
number
women
1.
should get the same pay.
Do you know that WNBA as a business has never made a positive profit? Do you morons know?
Is that true?
Yeah, it's true. Do you morons know that the NBA has to fund the WNBA?
Yeah.
That's the reality of it. It's very black and white. So when they go, WNBA, things need to change. They need to be paid as much as men. No, stop it, stupid. Because nobody's watching. Nobody's paying to watch them. If they were, they would have an argument.
You're kind of mean to the imaginary people saying
no, dum-dums.
Yeah, that's kind of mean.
What's the people that make that argument are fucking stupid. They're the same people that think there's 800 billionaires in Mexico.
Hey. Hey, you don't know. In fact, a lot of those billionaires would like to be unnamed.
800 of them, I bet.
There's actually a chance that I'm right about that.
That's so
I'll tell you why.
No,
I'll tell you why.
No, I don't want to entertain it.
No. You don't know. You actually don't know what you're talking about. I'll tell you why.
Because the billionaires on the list don't want to be notified.
No, it's because Mexico is Mexico has always had a very wealthy class of people. A lot of people.
Yeah, well, I would say a lot.
But also now...
It's a third world country.
But now, well, not so much anymore. In fact, now, with the new economic order, Mexico is the big winner here.
It's still labeled as a third world country. So, B, you're going to sit there and tell me, just think about logistically.
What is Mexico's GDP right now? Let me see.
So even though they're on the up and up, you think there's more billionaires in Mexico than America?
That's a 1.4. Wow, that's a huge GDP, right? Why is Mexico's GDP so high? A large, diversified, and strong economy, the oil sector, remittances from the United States, exports, agriculture, mining, tourism, and industrial activity. I don't know how many people are involved in the oil business in Mexico, but it is possible with that many people. It is possible that you have some very wealthy, it's the 13th richest economy in the world, ranks 4th with most number of poor among the richest economies. Mexico is the 10th to the 13th country with the most number of poor in the world. Huge discrepancy, obviously, between poor and wealthy.
Most third country.
Yeah.
Most third world countries are.
But
to think that Mexico has more billionaires than America is insane. To think they have more billionaires than China is it's not real, dude. In any facet.
Well, it may not be as crazy as you think, only because if you have very few people who control all that wealth, then it wouldn't be. And you do.
And you think there's 800 billionaires more than America?
I don't know.
In Mexico.
I don't know about that.
That
seems a little crazy.
You do.
That seems a little crazy.
Hey, just talk. Just think about the facts we see, and then you're a smart guy.
Yeah.
You think there's more billionaires in a third world country in Mexico than the United States?
I don't think that.
You don't think that because you're not stupid.
No, I do not think
right?
that.
But you're trying to convince me and the audience. And we're all just going, this is so stupid.
I'm saying there might be some secret billionaires.
For sure. No doubt there's secret. Yeah. To think that there's 800
a little much?
Do you think there's 800?
Well, there are more than that in the United States, right?
Exactly. And to my point. So if your argument is there's more that we don't know about,
right?
Okay, so that's across the board.
Yeah.
So that means, let's say, America has 1,000 billionaires.
I think our friend was just talking, wasn't he? In the air.
But it's just common sense.
Yeah. He might have been talking because when I heard it, I went, "Really?
No."
Yeah.
Now, good for him, but maybe he talked to a billionaire out there who said that.
How would he know? Like, how would you know that?
Well, right? He talked to a guy out there who told him that, and that's how this works.
Yes.
But then we have this crazy thing called the internet.
Yeah.
That goes, actually, there are a lot of billionaires. There's a lot of billionaires that don't report.
Yeah.
Let's say there are 100 of them. Let's say 1,000 billionaires in every country don't report. There's still more in America, and we're not a third world country.
Correct.
And China is massive. There's still more in China than Mexico.
Yeah.
No matter how you play it.
Yes. That would be, that'd be very true.
Yeah, it's just common sense.
And I think about it, it's like, but this guy never says stuff like that.
But again, he probably a legit guy told him that.
I guess, but how would that legit guy know? It's like, you don't know that.
But it sounds good, sounds sexy for Mexico. I get it.
Because people are going there trying to raise money. Yeah.
Now, maybe the 800 billionaires from America moved to Mexico. He's right.
Maybe.
And the hidden ones all moved there. Just all of them moved there.
They're all in Mexico.
Because so many people want to live in Mexico.
They live
under America.
Under the, they live under Mexico City.
Yeah. Because the borders of people trying to get to Mexico is insane, dude. It's not crazy people trying to get here.
No, it's people flooding that way.
Yes.
But they're all billionaires, so they're not flooding.
They're all billionaires.
They're taking their choppers
They're private
over.
jets, yes.
Private jets.
In droves.
And that's why we don't see them.
Correct.
But they're being flooded by billionaires.
And all the billionaires all the billionaires are super safe in Mexico too.
Super
That's the other
safe.
thing.
Yeah,
Because
you don't need you don't need an army to protect yourself.
Dude, defund the police. Give them. Dude, are you kidding me? The police out down there are so legit.
And that's what I was saying.
I get it.
How about Tulum? You remember how Tulum is where everybody goes? It's supposed to be amazing.
Then the cartel.
And, well, it's not just that. Apparently, there are those sand fleas that get in your skin that don't leave. There's all kinds. Yeah, some crazy fucking infestation.
I'll risk it for these car parts, though.
Huh?
You know, I'm going to go to Tijuana in the next few weeks. I go down there for these car parts for this company.
Find some billionaires.
I'm going to see how many billionaires I see. I'm just going to ask people.
Yeah, that'd be good. Sand fleas and Bahia
I shouldn't
Beach.
get in trouble down there. What else you got, Jen?
I got one more for you. Kanye's, expanding his portfolio, and he wants to now develop a porn studio.
Is he going to be with his girl?
First question.
I'd watch that.
That's just asking for trouble. Kanye West has his sights set on a new business venture. It's all about people having sex on camera.
Does he need more money?
He just wants to be crazy.
Is that his current? Oh, that's her still. Wow.
Yeah, she is really attractive.
She looked better before.
Oh, she looks pretty cool there.
A hot shot. She's pretty cool.
Yeah, she's pretty cool.
Yep, she's hot. Mike Moss and Stormy Daniels.
It's weird he wants to get involved
That's
with
Stormy Daniels' ex, who was like a big porn producer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And they're working together, I guess.
And Kanye wants to do...
How does someone in his crew go, hey, man, do we have to make money like this? You're so rich.
Bad energy, right?
Yeah, like it's kind of a sad industry. It's a huge industry, but do we have to do this?
You want to lend yourself? You want to like...
Couldn't you just design more clothes? Like we have so much money. Dude.
But also, he's always talking about God. He's a man of God and all that.
But he also talks about his sexual fantasies a lot and how he has orgies all the time.
Yeah, well, he like myself has knows a couple things about blacked.com. Blacked.com is his favorite. It's black, giant, handsome black dudes having sex with
small white girls.
Yeah, and he was talking about that a long time ago. He said that's what he watches. I was like, interesting, Kanye, interesting.
So many similarities.
Apparently, our boy Diddy also would hire the blacked guys to come in and have sex with his lady while he watched. Yeah, it was part of the lawsuit. So, yeah,
we haven't heard anything on Diddy, huh?
It's kind of
that little dude got indicted today.
Who did? Who?
His
So they think that he had people on the inside of the LAPD who were covering for him.
Jesus.
And
goes
that's
deep, huh?
It goes way deep. And they think he and his son, he killed somebody in a recording studio bathroom. And then they said the guy was shot outside, but he was shot inside. And his assistant, one of his producers, took pictures of the entire scene in the bathroom.
Oh, wow.
Says Diddy's associate.
You start to realize why the FBI is like, oh, yeah?
On his case?
Yes. And I guess Kid Cudi had his car blown up. And that apparently is legit. So he had a guy on the inside, or a couple fixers on the inside, who did some shit for him.
With that stuff back in the day, you're saying, where we'd been caught before.
Did some bad stuff.
Oh, wow. This could get deep.
And there was some stuff going on in the rap game. There was some stuff going on, which was pretty crazy, especially with the young female performers who were minors coming into the game.
Oh yeah.
And then you got the 30-year-old producer who I'm not, some very famous people being named who were having sex with those who then became very famous.
Aaliyah, Jay-Z,
Rihanna,
P. Diddy, Rihanna. Oh yeah, it gets weird.
Yeah.
So it said today that Brendan Paul has now been charged with felony drug charges, and that this is the biggest wrench being thrown in because now obviously they're going to offer him a deal.
Oh, yeah.
That's the white boy from Syracuse?
So Diddy's now a little on edge. This was today.
There's going to be all kinds of stuff.
Oh, that white boy's going to be singing like a bird.
Well, that one guy, though, his longtime producer or whoever, he's the one who came out with all kinds of stuff.
Oof. Oh, they're going to get that white boy with it. He looks so terrible.
Look at them eyebrows.
Sure
I wish his name was in Brendan, whatever. But they're going to go for that white boy and get him to, they're like, hey, bud, you're going to do 15 years in hardcore prison.
Yeah.
But give us some names. He'd be like, fuck yeah, I'll give you some names.
Yeah.
You think?
Oh, yeah.
You don't think he's worried about his life a little bit?
With Diddy? No.
Oh.
Because if he gives him names, Diddy's going to get locked
Diddy
the fuck
got Tupac
up.
killed, didn't he?
When he was free. But if Diddy's under wraps, he'll go into hiding.
Be interesting to see. But the main thing is not this guy. It's the other guy who took those pictures who's really turning on him.
Yeah, but if he starts giving names like that ties Diddy to murder and all this other underage stuff and sex trafficking, like it's going to get weird.
Well, the one thing also that he's being looked into is that he does have he had a whole bunch of tape on people having sex at his house that he was blackmailing these people.
Have you seen the names? It's wild.
Oh yeah. Look at this. Wow. Fed set to widen Diddy sex probe over claims rapper
that was like
about
3
shooting
weeks
people,
ago.
bribing jurors, and using JLO as a gun mule. Wow.
Jimmy got JLO involved with it?
Oh boy.
Oh, I bet Ben Affleck is just JLo's telling bedtime stories about Diddy. I bet it's so fun. I bet Ben Affleck knows what's going on.
You think so?
Yeah, the pillow talk with his girl.
Oh shit.
Because he's probably like, hey, how bad was it? She's like, I hit a fucking AK-47 up my asshole.
Oh.
You know?
Brandon.
Too much?
Why would you be so aggressive? I was like into the pillow talk. I was like, where's it gonna go? I had an AK-47 up my asshole.
You're so
Christ.
That just takes you out of the trance.
Yeah, I was like,
it's so preposterous.
There's nowhere to go after that. I think we're done with this podcast.
JLo has a big ass, you know?
I mean,
so I
hit
you're going to fit some ammo in that asshole.
Well, I mean, if you want to come to Bricktown Comedy Club this weekend, Oklahoma City, Friday, Saturday, April 26th and 27th, I guess come. Just come by. I'll tell you more about that. But I don't know why.
We'll give you more breaking news.
There's no point doing anything after you've just heard that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But handsome pictures of Bryan Callen. Off Limits, my podcast.
Holy shit.
All right, man. We'll see you later, guys.
All right, guys. Love you.